The top story in the country. Reporters and some lawmakers are openly talking about the president's mental stability, his health, his competency. Now, partly that is because of this new Michael Wolff book. Wolff claims that White House aides are united in the belief that Trump is incapable of being president. He backs this up several different ways, including by quoting Steve Bannon, saying things like, Trump has lost it, and he's lost his stuff. This is now a global story. One of Rupert Murdoch's papers in the UK went with the headline, Trump's mental health questioned by top aide. And the translation of that German headline in the middle asks, is Donald Trump still sane? Now, Trump's answer, of course delivered via Twitter, is that two of his greatest assets are his mental stability and being, really smart. I kind of got the sense that Murdoch's New York Post was making fun of him this morning. The headline here says, don't worry, America. But many Americans are worried, and journalists need to cover that. Let's be honest here. It's not just the book that is forcing this fitness issue to the forefront. When a president of the United States threatens North Korea by invoking the size of his nuclear button, it is fair to ask about his fitness. If a leader of another country were to do the same thing, I think many commentators, many reporters would conclude that he is not well. This past year has been full of reasons to question his fitness. President Trump promotes conspiracy theories. He shares racist videos on social media. He live tweets Fox News shows that mislead him while he derides real reporting as fake news. He calls for the prosecution of political opponents. He insults people for fun. He says so many flat-out false things that journalists can barely keep up. The Washington Post counts nearly 2,000 false or misleading statements since Election Day. But, and here is the but, journalists are not judges or doctors. This is not a court or a hospital. What this moment needs from reporters is more reporting, not more speculating or guessing or rumor mongering, but more real reporting of what's going on. Today on NBC's Meet the Press, Wolff said this current situation the country's in, this is worse than everybody thought. So do other sources back that up? Wolff also says Bannon dished to him because Bannon is, quote, deeply concerned. Are current White House aides deeply concerned too? Can that be proven? Wolff also says Trump doesn't read. How is that affecting Trump's decision-making? The questions go on and on. The public needs the press to further answer these questions. Look, when it comes to the book, some parts of Fire and Fury have already been backed up, already been corroborated. Other parts have been challenged. When I read the book this weekend, I found some errors that were relatively minor, but still troubling, because every error undercuts Wolff's credibility. We're going to get deep into that this hour, but let's begin with the one, the only, Carl Bernstein, a CNN political analyst who has been, I would say, leading these conversations, leading these questions about the president's fitness. Carl, you and I have talked about this topic in recent months. Has something changed in your view this week?
Yes, we're in a real constitutional crisis in an unprecedented place where we as a country and where we as journalists have never been before, in which a huge part of the citizenry of our country and the leadership of the country in Congress, privately and in public, openly question the fitness and stability of the President of the United States. So it raises a great question. How do we report on this reality? Meanwhile, abroad, leaders are questioning the fitness of the President of the United States and whether or not the country is in good hands. This is a reporting challenge unlike any other. And it really is a story partly about Republicans, what Republicans are saying in private, because as I reported months ago in private, they were telling me, many Republicans in Congress, that they doubt the fitness and stability of the president. But we as journalists need to go, and especially I would say this is a challenge for Fox News, which has some great reporters. I'm not talking about Hannity and the commentators and the anchor people, but this is a great challenge for Fox News because they have a kind of credibility with Republicans in Congress that perhaps other news organizations don't have. And their reporters need to go and see every Republican in the House and the Senate and talk on background about what each and every member believes about the president's stability and fitness, because the story of Russia and the story of the president's stability and possible criminality are all one story. And we have got huge reporting to do, and put our heads down, all of us, and do it.
Is it a problem that right now there's one set of answers to questions on the record publicly and a different set of answers off the record? Here's what I mean, Carl. Rex Tillerson told CNN's Elise Labat that he's never questioned the president's fitness. Nikki Haley said this morning on ABC that no one in the White House questions the stability of the president. Stephen Miller said on State of the Union with Jake Tapper that, hey, Trump is a political genius. Are they saying something else privately?
First of all, Trump could be a political genius, and none of that is necessarily inconsistent with him being unstable or unfit for office. Look, as I said on our air in this show many times months ago, we have to go to all of these people who have been saying to us in private, what do you think? Look, it might be that when you poll 200 and something members of the House and Senate who are Republicans, and this is very much a project for the Republican Party because they have enabled Trump to go on as he has without questioning out loud his fitness. We have to do it perhaps, quote, on background, but we need to do polling ourselves. Fox News has to do it. Again, I come back to Fox time and again,
right,
because this is a chance to show that they can be fair and balanced, that they are capable of being a real reporting organization. Let them send 20 reporters to talk to every Republican senator, every Republican congressman, and come back and tell us what these people are saying in private, on background. It may be that in truth, those Republicans believe he's fit. So far, from what I'm hearing, I don't think they do believe, most of them, that he's fit. But it's time to see if they are willing to put the national interest, the common good, above parochial partisan interest, if indeed they believe this president is not fit or have grave questions, as I believe they have been saying to me, certainly, about whether he is stable, unfit, etc. And also military leaders, intelligence community leaders, and people in the White House, as Michael Wolff has reported, have been telling us for months and months they believe he is unstable. That includes some of the